Hello and welcome. I'm Tracy Pa with the Midday News. The St. John Guy's Stadium was overflowing on Sunday night as the Jubilee Reset Gospel Music Festival reached its grand finale. International gospel artist Sinach delivered a powerful opener to the night and delivered the same unforgettable experience at the end of it. International gospel artist Sinach delivered a powerful opener to the final evening of the Jubilee Reset Gospel Festival Sunday night. She and a band returned to the stage for the festival's climax. They led thousands of families and communities, both present at the St. John Guy's Stadium and watching around globe in an unforgettable night of worship. Sinach was joined by Scripture Vibration of Solomon Highlands and PNG's own celebrated gospel artists, creating an atmosphere of unity, joy and revival. Throughout the day, the festival continued with church exhibitions, choir performances, testimonies, and family-centered activities, strengthening the Christian faith and bonds of community. The two-day event exceeded expectations, drawing one of the largest gatherings of worshippers ever seen in Port Moresby.
People of the Lord.
The Reset Festival has been hailed as more than a concert. It set the stage for a national spiritual reset dedicated to unity and revival ahead of Papua New Guinea's 50th independence anniversary. A 150,000 kina financial support from the Madang provincial government will support routine polio immunization during the polio campaign in the province. The funding was presented to the Madang Provincial Health Authority to run this program. Madang Provincial Health Authority Chief Executive Officer Dr. Martin Diamond was presented with a 150,000 kina funding to run routine polio immunization in the province. During the presentation, Dr. Diamond said the funding will be used to assist health teams who will go how to implement the polio campaign. Dr. Diamond said the mission is to try as much as possible to disrupt the potential spread of polio in Madang. He elaborated on the movement of people being a threat, especially with the upcoming independence celebrations where it's likely the disease could spread. The PAJ is working in collaboration with the Department of Education to have health teams visit schools who have students aged 10 and below to be vaccinated.
We would like to disrupt transmission because coming September 16, there will be a lot of people moving to and fro during that time, and this will escalate the risk of polio transmission. That's why this launch and campaign at this time is very timely, that we need to mobilize resources and send out our team to start to vaccinate our children. to prevent transmission, at the same time to save.
Provincial Administrator Daniel Aloy pledged support towards an improved health indicator for the province. He elaborated that women and children mainly provide indicators for health, and currently Madang's health indicators, especially with immunization, is not on par, standing at 49%. Mr. Aloy said there's still much to be done to close that gap, and it could need constrained support from all stakeholders and a continuous allocated budget.
I cannot believe that, the last thing that you want to have would be to have indicators on maternal mortality and infant mortality. If they're not looking well, then definitely there's something wrong with our support in the health sector. So our indicators for the provinces are not that promising. We need to score runs very quickly. We need to put some points on the scoreboard very quickly, and this is one way that we're able to get that through. So I believe Dr. Diamond and the team, you're able to, utilize this for other support vaccinations.
Meanwhile, the PAJ CEO is urging parents and caregivers to participate in the polio campaign by having their children aged 10 and below to get a polio shot. Okma Mining has donated a check of 300,000 kina to Okma Junior High in Western Province to help complete vital school projects and strengthening education services for the community. This support has been described as a legacy that will benefit future generations. Our reporter, Carol Kidu Jr. with more.
Okma Junior High School in Western Province has received a major boost with a 300,000 kina donation that will go towards completing the vital school projects and strengthening education for future generations. Deputy School Chairman Mark Yarum confirmed the contribution, saying it will allow the school to complete several unfinished projects. He noted that the community initially began operations with just 5,000 kina and has struggled to sustain activities for nearly 8 months. The check presentation was led by Minor Lucas, Deputy Chairman of Milum Investment Limited, who described the assistance as part of a shared commitment to invest in education and empower rural communities. The assistance comes in addition to previous support worth over 100,000 kina provided by the Okma Mining Donation Committee. Yarum also paid tribute to outgoing Council President Borok Pitolok, crediting him for pushing the establishment of the junior high school as one of his lasting legacies. Chairman of Okma Landowners Royalty Investment Trust and Milum Group of Companies, Henry Asakim, explained that the 300,000 kina is only the first installment. He said the donation will help the school put up a solar system and carry out essential maintenance. Asakim added that by December this year, an additional 200,000 kina will be provided, bringing the total community project support to 500,000 kina. With this new funding, Okma Junior High School is set to upgrade its facilities and continue serving the community for generations, ensuring that the outgoing president's vision and partnership with Milum Investment remain remembered.
Overseas news. They have been hailed by organizers as some of the biggest rallies in Australian history. Tens of thousands of people have taken to the streets across the country in a nationwide action against the war in Gaza. Brisbane had its largest protest since the war began days after protesters were barred from marching across the Story Bridge.
The massive groundswell, clear from the air, thousands rallied in Brisbane CBD, galvanised by Gaza.
Solidarity with Palestine.
So I want to stand up for the children in Gaza.
We want to get the food for them.
Demanding action and awareness. Organisers had hoped to march across the city's Story Bridge, but were blocked by a court last week due to safety concerns.
We wanted the Story Bridge for visibility. Can you please help us get visibility without even needing to cross that bridge?
The change of route not dampening their message.
Heart-touching really to see people outside of our community here supporting the cause, and it really means a lot to us.
Here in Brisbane, organisers are buoyed by the huge crowds that have turned out today. This isn't the route they wanted to take, yet the numbers here have surpassed even their expectations.
This is the biggest march since against the Iraq War. The government can't not listen anymore.
It drew some counter-protesters, and police are looking into one person who allegedly displayed a Hamas flag.
It is being investigated, and we are taking that matter very, very seriously.
The Brisbane protest was one of 40 rallies across the country. There were again huge numbers in Sydney, although smaller than the recent rally when almost 100,000 protesters shut down the Harbour Bridge.
Every single day for almost 2 years, 28, that's a classroom full of children, innocent children, have been killed by Israel.
And we can't stand to see the death toll rise anymore. And it's enough. It's time for it to stop.
Protesters swarmed the streets of Melbourne CBD, bringing Swanston Street to a standstill. The crowds were significantly smaller in Canberra, but no less impassioned. From the big cities to regional towns, vowing to continue to march while the people of Gaza are suffering.
Tens of thousands of people have taken to the streets of Melbourne, rallying as part of a national protest against Israel. Many who joined the march spoke of their heartache for the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza and they fears the situation will only worsen as the Israeli military prepares for another offensive.
At the State Library Victoria, they gathered in the tens of thousands. Carrying signs and waving flags, the crowds of protesters brought Swanston Street to a standstill.
And yet our message is clear. We believe in equality. We believe in life, in humanity, in love.
Through the city they marched, days after the United Nations confirmed famine in Gaza and as Israel prepares to send troops to occupy Gaza City.
But what brought me here today is just the number of children have been killed day after day after day.
There's a groundswell, and I think the government has to see that the people really care and the people want change.
The protest in Melbourne, one of 39 marches for Palestine across the country, in dozens of regional towns from Tathra to Coffs Harbour, and in capital cities from Canberra to Hobart, Perth to Brisbane, all calling for an end to the war in Gaza.
We want peace, we want sanctions on the Israeli government, we want the aid to get through.
People are dying, children are being mutilated.
And we're here to let the Palestinians know that we're behind them.
Stop arming genocide!
In Sydney, former Australian of the Year Grace Tame addressed a rally at Hyde Park.
Back home in sports, Madang Rugby League was given a support of 100,000 kina to end the season's competition. The funding came from the Mineral Resources Madang Limited, a subsidiary of Mineral Resources Development Company Limited. An initial 50,000 kina was recently presented to committee executives of Madang Rugby League by a representative of the 4 landowner groups from Ramu Niko and Kumbukari mines.
Caretaker president of Madang Rugby League, Albert Tobe, was a happy man when Mineral Resources Madang Limited came with a 50,000 kina funding support to help the Rugby League fraternity and its 2025 season. Mineral Resources Madang owns 2.5% shares in the Ramu Nickel mine project. Mr. Tobe acknowledged landowners from Krumbukari, Inland Pipeline, Coastal Pipeline, and Basamu, who are represented by MRM for supporting the game's coordination. Rugby league competitions in Madang were last played in 2018. It was revived only this year, with proper season commencing late May and into April. Mr. Tobe stated that the code of rugby league had always been a unifying aspect throughout the country, and it is no different in Madang province. The committee is keen on utilizing rugby league to have a positive impact on the youth to bring about social development and reduce law and order issues.
Good sporting program can actually help him bring him something good development inside the country. I want good team we can use him uniform instead of betting to him that plenty of ethnic group too and something of betting. Recently planting all die will come up, plenty of ethnic classes will come up, plenty divisions will come up. But you meeting was a true black and using rugby league or one black eye because of this unifying factor of rugby league, you can use him this level, help him bring him unity, peace, good order instead of betting.
Chairman of Mineral Resources Madang, Stephen Sand, stated that MRM has also supported other codes including basketball, soccer and corporate darts. This is the first time they have decided to back Madang Rugby League. Mr. Sand strongly urged players to promote true sportsmanship and refrain from violence both on and off the field. He stressed that their behavior is what determines future support of any kind.
Yes, we are proud to partner Midday League. And I believe it's not the last, it's not the first. We'll continue to partner you. But you also will have to live up to expectations of those and me talk here. Be good sportsmen and women. Rugby League must come this level way. We play sports now, we create him. Straight him will work. Stop young people, you mean, or come responsible people. We try to create a better environment, a better society, but you will stop.
The presentation took place at the Madang Coast Watchers Hotel. Club representatives came along to witness it. Rex Lita, TVWAN Sports.
And that ends our news update. Do join us at 6 tonight for the main bulletin. Bye for now.